My hair is
It
lioning
looks
today.
so good. It looks so good.
The volume.
But where's my hair?
No, I'm not kidding. When I tell you, you know how we were talking about like the whole birth control thing in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe not on the podcast, but I've just had a very like rough relationship with hormones in general, and I am the patient that doesn't use birth control for birth control. I use it for like controlling my or managing my endometriosis pain.
Yeah.
Um so they put me on these hormone regimens with birth control to manipulate. Oh my god! I just see a fat butt.
No, I didn't get a dog. This is my friend's dog. He has made his appearance on the podcast before.
Yeah.
He's just
Hi, buddy. He blends into you.
I know. He's so cute, but he's ugly sometimes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Isn't take a deep breath.
Oh. You're so cute.
Yeah, he's really cuddly this morning. He pooped, he peed, he ate.
Good job.
Yeah, oh, there he goes again. No.
What was I talking about?
Your endometriosis with your birth control. You use it to regulate the...
Oh, so yeah, it's like manipulating my hormones via birth control. I've had so many terrible side effects, and I decided to just stop with all that. Non-hormonal birth control decisions. We can talk about that in a different conversation. But look, like, my hair is growing back. I have like baby hairs all over the place. My energy is 100%. I'm ready. My ADHD is on fleek.
Your ADHD.
Yes.
Are you ready? It's for like us old people.
I need to wake up, drink some water.
That's so stupid.
My energy's back. I don't feel like so.
Were you on? Because I got off birth control 2 years ago, and we started the podcast. Oh my gosh, we started the podcast a year ago in March.
Dang.
Yeah, so we're gonna call this season 2.
Season 2.
The comeback.
The comeback season.
Yeah, the comeback season.
Yeah.
But when we started the podcast, I remember I got the Oura Ring. Well, I was doing the... Oh my gosh, she thinks she's a lapdog too.
She is a lapdog.
I was doing the natural cycles birth temperature, and then I kept falling asleep with it in my mouth because you have to take it like right when you wake up because your temperature could fluctuate, like if you were to stand up and all the blood rushes down. I don't know. That's what they say.
Okay.
But so then I got the Oura Ring, got the Oura Ring because it just does it for you. It goes right into the Natural Cycles app, so I don't have to really do anything. I just load the app and it's there.
Yeah.
Today, actually, I have a score of 68. So, God forbid, am I getting sick? Am I stressed? I've never gotten a 68 score before.
I don't know what you're showing. I love that for you.
Okay.
Or I don't love
elevated.
That for you?
No, we don't. Love
okay, we don't love that for you.
Elevated resting heart rate. Your resting heart rate continues to be elevated. So last night my resting heart rate was 66, and you want to be at like 57. body temperature is good. It's probably because yesterday we did a lot. Like, I was actually really stressed yesterday. And then we went swimming, which helped my stress levels go down.
Yeah.
But so that means my heart rate stayed elevated and it wasn't down to its normal, because when you have a good night's sleep, your heart rate should go down.
Yeah.
Depending on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently my average is like in the 50s. So
yeah, that's kind of high. That's like you're awake.
So I'm like
Resting
really
heart rate.
hot today.
Yeah.
Really hot. Like right now I'm burning up. So
Are you sure
I'm
you're
sweating.
not pregnant?
I don't know. I'm supposed to be starting my period on the 16th.
All right, guys.
And well, no. No, I'm in my PMS right now.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to start my PMS today. I've been cramping pretty bad yesterday, and then I just
that's a good sign.
wanted to like rip Hunter's head off a few
yeah.
days ago. And then typically this is the time where I start body shaming myself. So the body dysmorphia starts kicking in, so I don't think I'm pregnant.
Okay.
And I start feeling really gross about myself. So I think she's right on schedule. We'll see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But I've never had a 68 readiness score in my life. Like for the last year that I've had this Oura ring, I've never had that low of a readiness score. I've always just been like 70, 80, 90. So there's a lot of life changes.
Yeah.
So we need to dive into.
Ooh, let's talk about it. How you been?
Yeah. So we are not yet. We are transitioning into being fully financially dependent on myself.
What does that mean?
That means I am no longer a W-2 employee. So I am now a 1099 employee until further notice.
Forever?
Yeah.
Why?
We're gonna make it work. There's no plan B. Make
the announcement. Why?
I did make the announcement on my social media, Creative Core Social, if you want to check her out. Yeah, so it's been stressful.
Ad, we're sponsored by Creative Core.
She don't got the budget for that right now. She is on a tight budget, which, okay, yeah, so we are transitioning, transitioning into a full-time social media manager for local businesses and businesses in the U.S.
Entrepreneurial, guys.
Yes, entrepreneurship is in full effect. It's been crazy. I've had to really narrow down my finances, like to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. You should have been doing that anyway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But that comfort of like a W-2 coming in bi-weekly,
right.
like so comfortable. I don't need to budget.
Yes, you do.
I don't need to budget.
Who told you that? Yes, you do. Anyway.
Cash flow is flowing. I didn't have to worry about it.
Anyway, if this is what's going to get you to track every dime, every penny,
yup.
So proud. So proud.
Yeah, so it took me to risk it all.
Yes.
In order to learn how to budget. So I use Rocket Money for my subscriptions. Love Rocket Money.
Yes.
It also stresses me out though, because it'll do your weekly recap of how much money you spent that week, and I'm like,
it hits you with good reality.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
And it makes me realize, like, I need to take Apple Pay off of my phone, like my credit card.
Why do you
so
think
I
that?
have
Because of the ease of use?
Yes. It's easy to go bing, bing. I need to take my credit card off my phone.
Fair.
Step 1. And then give my credit card to Hunter. Step 2.
Hold on. Wait. We were like going on a straight and narrow, and then we were, wait, why?
Because he is really good at like managing money, he is very frugal. Very frugal.
Okay, so it is to help control your bad
Yes,
habits. Okay.
Yeah, it's to help like out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah.
and focus on the money that is coming in, and then use my credit card for all the utilities expenses, and then when we go grocery shopping, that's about it.
Which is what you should be doing with your credit card. You shouldn't be spending. It is what you should be doing with your credit card. You should not be spending out of your means, and the best way. And it's a points credit card. Oh, is this?
I actually don't think so. Is Amex a points credit card?
Yeah, you get travel points.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just travel, right?
I don't care. That's free travel you could get.
Delta?
Just by paying your normal bills, not spending any extra money, right? Tell her. She don't know. She'll learn.
Yeah, I mean, with all the spending that I've done, I got really good air miles. So.
But
I'm not using it this year.
You gotta be able to pay it off every month.
Yeah, so that's
the only way this works.
Yeah, that's where I'm realizing how not like money management doesn't come in.
Yes.
Is with my credit card. But so yeah, I have two technically accounts. So I get my business gets paid, and then I pay myself a percentage, and then a percentage goes into taxes. Good. So I only pay myself once a month now. But still need to figure that out.
Honestly, I feel like that's the best. I was on a monthly pay schedule. I am still a W-2 employee, and I don't have a desire to be an entrepreneur, so I will continue to be a W-2 employee. However, I used to get paid monthly, and for budgeting purposes, I loved it.
Really?
Because I put all of my bills on the first of the month or close to the first of the month and just paid them. The rest of that paycheck that was left over was mine to do whatever I wanted with. Put in a savings, have like fun entertainment.
I looked at it differently because going from a bi-weekly standpoint, it was like I would divide everything in half,
right,
and then divvy up, okay, this paycheck, everything was half, because then by the end of the month I could pay rent and then bills for the following month. So I had that much saved up.
That's how I am now, and honestly, comparing the two, I would 100% in terms of budget and tracking every single cent, do the monthly paycheck.
That's interesting. Yeah. It's almost like hold on to it for me. And then, well, if it's the first of the month. But I have one client that's paying in increments, which is kind of like a paycheck, right? Because they're paying twice a month. Yeah, twice a month. And so they kind of hold on to it.
Yeah. That's okay.
For the second half of the month. And then I can use that. Yeah, so they actually just switched onto that plan. So I need to figure out. I need to like go back to the drawing board. So I'm using Rocket Money. And then I found Budget Bestie.
Ooh, I haven't heard that
because
one.
It needs to be cute. It needs to be fun for me.
Hell out of here. Anyway, whatever helps you.
Just a nasty old Excel sheet just doesn't sound fun to me.
And it's not. So if you find something that automates it with a cute aesthetic, then go for it.
So, Budget Bestie, so good. You can actually I just started using it, so I'm not really too familiar with it. But it's like Rocket Money, but it has envelopes.
Ooh.
So it has your envelopes. So you have your fixed envelopes, your reoccurring envelopes.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Because I do.
And I didn't have to pay for anything. Not yet, at least.
That's even better. I'll check it out. I'm always looking for new stuff to help me manage my money. Every cent has a job, whether it's savings, investments, bills. I don't care. It's always got a job. It goes somewhere.
But the thing is that setting this stuff, it only has 3.4 stars actually. Oh, it's newer. Only 98 ratings. 98 ratings and 3.4 stars. Why? That's actually kind of low. That's actually really low for an app. Cute, but the pricing doesn't make sense.
Maybe we should look at the reviews before we choose them.
It's a cute app and nicely designed than most, but almost $10 for a budget app. Yeah. I like Rocket Money because it like literally says, how much would you like to pay us? I wish everything was like that.
Yeah.
How much would you like to pay in rent? $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too good to be true.
Which is crazy. Like, I used to pay $400 in rent once upon a time.
Where?
When I lived with
with roommates?
Family. No, family. In Kennewick. Or in West Richland.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So that's life update for me, number 1.
Is that what's stressing you out?
Yeah, look at my face.
Yeah.
No, life update number 2, and then we'll get to your 2.
Okay.
Is I did a fitness challenge for 75 days. No, it's not the 75-day hard.
I saw that.
No, it's not
What
the
is
75-day hard. It was basically doing the same thing for 75 days, but the rules were no eating out. You had to work out every single day. You had to get your heart rate up every single day. Whether that was a 30-minute walk, to Pilates, to strength training, to yoga, whatever.
Right.
You had to move your body every single day, no rest days. So cardio days were kind of my rest days because I was resting my muscles and kind of getting that lactic acid out of everything. So do that, and then no sugar.
Ooh, how was that?
It was hard.
I've heard of people getting like sugar withdrawals because we're all addicted to sugar, basically.
They said no sugar, but I've never done that before, so I said I did limited sugar.
Okay, so what? Like no added sugars, no.
Yeah, no added sugars.
Yeah. Why are you picking your nose on the camera?
I'm not. I'm itching my nose right here.
That's disgusting.
I'm itching my nose. And then there was obviously drink Hecka water.
What's that?
Like
Hella
water. And that was it, really, I think. And I felt amazing. I felt so freaking good about myself. I felt like I had so much energy. And it was so easy to hold myself accountable because I paid for the program.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I learned about myself, is that if I pay for it, I'm going to do it.
Damn. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I'm glad you're learning this about yourself. I don't know why, if I pay for it and I'm just not happy, I ask for my money back. Like, I don't...
Oh, really?
That doesn't motivate me to... So I just don't spend money. I have to find a different thing. Like, for me, for working out, it was Cancun. That was my milestone.
Oh, so you need to, like, have something to look forward to?
Yeah, I need, like, a milestone to look forward to.
You should check out... She's from... Do you hear him?
Is that him or Zuma? I hear one of them.
Yeah, his face is like... I don't know. Oh, she's from my hometown. Her name is Sadie Thomas.
Okay.
She's got such a big following. She grew her social media by showing really easy to do workouts at home. Like it sounds so simple and so like everyone else is doing it, but she does it so well. I can send you her profile.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
So she, when I literally had no money and all my money was I was like starting off like working retail jobs and stuff, like I just didn't have money to literally go to a gym.
Yeah.
So I rediscovered her because she does such, like, she's just so, like, you can literally save her content and then have your workout split.
Yeah.
If you either screenshot and put it in your notes, or you save it and you put it in your saved Instagram thing, you can create your own workout split based on her videos, and then just do that until, have that routine every week until you get bored of it, I guess.
That's cool.
Let me send it to you.
I'll check her out for sure.
Maybe that'll help you, because you really don't have to pay for anything. If you really want to, she does challenges every season. So
yeah, and those are the paid ones.
It's like through an app and everything. But how, that's how she makes money. So
yeah,
she's got to make money somehow. But she does give like pretty good free content, which is the strategy.
Yeah.
You want to give enough free content on social media. Heads up, everyone listening who wants to monetize their social media. Give enough just beyond the line, or just at the line. Don't cross the line. Like, give just enough for people to be like, oh, wait, I need more. Like, I need more. Like, whether you're like talking about something, I don't know. Like, if you're talking about something, like if I was talking about strategy, social media strategy, and I gave a little secret about like what I do for my clients, and then I just stopped, then they're like, oh, well, I have to go buy this ebook to learn more.
Right.
So
there you have it, from the
that's
expert herself, from the small
I
business
I didn't explain that well at all, but
it's okay. Successful small
it makes sense
business
to me.
owner right here. You heard it here first. Good. That's pretty cool.
But anyway, so with me breaking out, I had Taco Bell.
Did you emotionally eat Taco Bell?
I just really wanted Taco Bell because I didn't have it for 3 months.
I still have an aversion to Taco Bell since.
You're snoring really loud. Oh, he's so tired.
He should be. The stressful life that he lives.
I know, right?
My goodness.
But yeah. All right, your life update.
Oh gosh, I don't know what I like. I've been stressed though. F out.
You've been traveling a lot.
I actually not really, just once.
Well, I don't know.
I went to
long distance.
That is, yeah, but he's been coming down here. Lucas is. I'm still with Lucas, and things are still going fantastic. I love it.
Yay.
Couple blow ups here and there. Started therapy back up.
Ooh.
I think last time we talked about it. Officially diagnosed with PTSD. Love that. And have been working through that. But yeah, me and Lucas are still amazing. He's still amazing. He's so emotionally intelligent. And it helps me so much. But our good friends got married in Cancun in March, over the springtime. And Cancun in springtime is a dream.
Is it like the best time to go?
Incredible. And destination wedding. Here's the downside to destination weddings. Your guests have to pay significantly more to travel there and be a part of your marriage, ceremony, and reception, all that stuff, your wedding. However, they only paid like $8,000 total for the whole thing, for the entire time they were there.
Wow.
I am telling you, like, anyone else who wants to get married, do a destination wedding. If your family, can hack it, or if you just don't want many people at your wedding, even though they had a good show out, they still had like 60 some odd people show up. That's still a good turnout. If you don't mind a smaller wedding, and you want to save the money, destination wedding is where it's at for sure. It was incredible. I know we were there for their wedding, but it was an all-inclusive resort. Everything was included in the high price tag, which I think still would have come out less than like a week-long vacation in the States or overseas somewhere where it's not all-inclusive. But it was like a vacation. It was phenomenal. The beach was gorgeous. The food was so good. The people, the service was amazing. Just that was my first time at an all-inclusive resort, and I'm like,
it's not your last.
I will never go back. The only thing though I will say is I was hoping for more like Mexican culture, and they completely stripped that, almost completely stripped the culture out of it. And that's one of the they asked me at the front desk before we left, like, what's your feedback? And I was like, to implement more culture. I don't know.
Like, we're in a different country.
We're in your country. Treat us with your culture. Enlighten us with your culture, right? Like, the flavors in the food. It was so. There was American seafood. There was an American seafood restaurant there. There was a French place. There was a Mediterranean cuisine, it was all fantastic. But there was only one Mexican restaurant in there, and the music was all like pop, American top 40 music. Everyone spoke English. The architecture maybe gave you a little bit of Mexican vibes, but that's it. And I was like, dang, I really wish. Like, I feel like that's a missed opportunity. I would have wanted more Mexican culture.
I wonder if different areas like Tulum,
maybe,
or Carmen.
It could have just been like the resort that we were at. Probably.
Maybe.
But I was like, dang, missed opportunity. And they did say there was a lot of older guests that they cater to that prefer what they give right now. And I'm like,
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. Then why go to Mexico? Like,
yeah. Stay in the U.S.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or stay in your country.
Right. So, I don't know. That was a con for me, but I'm like booking our family all-inclusive vacation to Dominican Republic next spring break. Not this spring. Next spring break. I'm trying to gather up all my points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you're invited.
Yeah, we're thinking about not doing the honeymoon right after. That just sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Absolutely exhausting. Like, I get it though. Like, I get the you want to keep the high, and then also it's a nice point if you're the one planning. It's a nice way to really de-stress and be like, okay, it's done.
Right.
Which for me, that would be that for me. But at the same time, I think waiting, because I never had a passport. Never had a passport.
Yeah.
So I really want to I don't want to just blindly, okay, this makes sense, let's go. No, I really want to this is going to be the start of our hopefully traveling era.
Yeah.
Together before children.
So best time to do it.
Yeah. So I'm really wanting to be conscious about where it's gonna be at, and then budget too, doing that, even though we are doing we're not doing a wedding registry for gifts, we're doing for travel.
Yeah.
For destination travel.
I've seen that before.
Because
and people are willing to do that too.
Yeah, and so it's we sat down together and we're like, okay, are we gonna even do a registry? Are we gonna do a donation? I've seen people do charities, I've seen people do actual gifts, and then I've seen people do travel, honeymoon fun. And then I watched this podcast called Unfiltered with Zane and Heath, and somebody on the podcast, they were about to get married, and then there was somebody that just got married, and they were like, "Are you doing a wedding registry?" And they're like, "Yeah." Or I can't actually remember what they said, but the guy that did get married, he goes, "Oh, I recommend you doing a wedding registry, like for things that you want, because like people are willing to give it to you."
Mhm.
And then I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." Like people literally buying things for us of like what we want.
Yeah.
But then it just didn't make sense for us, because it's like, if we want it, we just go get it. Like, if it just feels weird that it just feels weird for other people to buy that for us when we can like literally just go get it tomorrow. I don't know.
That's
It
fair.
just seems a bit more special. Like, I get the whole tradition. Like, that's very traditional. Very traditional. Like,
Yeah.
you can put in like china, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like our life, like we're not in a house yet. So we have to be really self-conscious about the things that we buy,
Mhm.
because we can't just have things showing up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where are we going to put them?
Mhm.
So, honeymoon just sounded a bit better.
Yeah. Go for
So
it.
yeah,
I will donate.
$2.
Probably. Minus inflation.
Tax us on.
Yes, also that.
But yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was
Cancun.
It was a dream. And then coming back to work, I was like,
Oh, that post
how long can
travel
how long
depression.
until I can retire? And I was like, not yet.
Not yet.
I can't wait to retire. But I got a while. I gotta keep saving.
Have you ever experienced, maybe it's just my generation, I don't know, but on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot about corporate burnout.
I think I know what that is, because I've definitely felt burnt out, but I'm not in a C-suite job, like a corporate job.
So it's
and
different.
I don't want to be, because I started to experience that burnout even before I got there, and managing people and working extra hours, helping people. And some of this shit, I was like, you can do this yourself. This is a simple solution. There's a very simple solution, and you just don't want to go through with it. You want somebody else to deal with your problems. I'm tired of it. But so I chose to stay in my technical field and become like a subject matter expert in my field, rather than people manager, and getting farther away from my technical expertise.
So I've just seen a couple things about corporate burnout, which is like a new term for me. And I mean, maybe it found me because algorithm. I don't know. I didn't search anything.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
it calculated something. It felt it
I
for
don't
you.
know. Well, I did look up, because I have to be. Well, I think I've just always been like this. Like, I started freelancing because I proved myself wrong about being self-efficient. Like, I felt like I needed to have somebody, like a lead, like micromanaging, because that's all I've had before. So I was like, okay, the only way I know how to work is if someone's telling me, okay, what are you doing this week? Because that holds me accountable to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I didn't have that working at my last job. Didn't have that. Literally, like, barely saw my boss. I was lucky to see him like that month. So I really had to, like, okay, if I'm not doing my job, that's on me.
Yeah.
And so I learned how to be really self-efficient, like get things done, because nobody was telling me what to do. Because I was the first in my position. Nobody Like, how are they supposed to tell me what to do when they don't even know what I do?
Right. So that's
luckily,
nice.
Yeah, so luckily I was able to like work enough in the position that I have had. I'm phasing out, like I'm working part-time there right now, so it's kind of like
okay,
until they find someone.
Okay.
But so it's been really eye-opening to see this term corporate burnout, because it's like it was very corporate
Okay.
where I was at. I didn't work a corporate position. I worked a really fun girly position. But the environment was very like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Life work balance was not a thing.
Which is more and more important as you get older, for sure.
So I'm really happy that I chose this route for myself, because I feel like, yeah, I could have, maybe waited till after the wedding, but if not now, then when?
And sometimes you can plan and plan, but if the timing and the opportunity shows itself, you gotta jump on it and you gotta take it.
And I think there was a lot of fear in doing it, so it was almost like I hate being comfortable and complacent. And I felt as if, I posted that thing on Instagram about like nobody talks about this part in your 20s, this like in between phase, which I feel like we could segue into the question that you had, because I think this is going to kind of answer that. But feeling this like in between phase in life where I'm going to talk about my experience, because not everyone is in the position that I'm in. So I want to kind of do everything before kids, almost everything before kids.
Yeah.
Career-wise, I really want to accomplish a lot before we start thinking about having kids, because as I've learned a lot about myself with freelancing. I am very ambitious and passionate and floored. Like, up here, it's really difficult to explain, but I just feel like I'm the only person in the world like feeling this way.
Okay.
Of, I don't want to be at this job any longer. I don't have anything set up, but I want to take a risk on myself. And I want this in my life. This is my end goal. I want to live a certain life for myself. Like, I want to live that.
Yeah.
So I was in this like, oh my gosh, for like months. I think for 3 months. I think during the challenge that I was doing, it was like a lot. It was a lot. Like working out, but then also like releasing all these endorphins and these feel good. And then I'm like, life just looks so different. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, wow, I'm so unhappy with my life.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what is the main factor here? What is causing me so much discontent, or however you say it? And it was my day job, because it was holding me back from so much of what I wanted to do. I could only talk to my clients during lunchtime and before work. So I would get up at sometimes 5:45, but like 6 o'clock, schedule out my post for my clients, look at any text messages that I missed during the night, get that all mapped out, get ready for work, go to work, wait till lunch to respond to any text messages or make any client edits that I have, or work on freelancing. So I'm not really having a lunch. And then coming home, going straight to the gym, working some more for freelance, and then making dinner, and then do it all over again the next day.
Right.
And I was like, how long could I live like that? And one day I was like, I'm done. I went into my boss's office and said, I'm done. And he's like, very shocked. He was like, oh, I thought you'd be here forever.
That's
So
so insulting. It shouldn't be insulting.
No, he was very taken back. He was very surprised for sure. But he knew. Like, I've had multiple blow ups in his office about this. Like, just overworked, and not him overworking me, but me overworking myself and needing to make a decision whether it's a very transparent working relationship. That's like nice. I could go in there and literally say nice. Like, I don't want. Yeah, so he knew this was kind of coming, but he was very shocked when it just happened within 3 months. But yeah, I've learned so much about myself and how ambitious and passionate and just career driven I am, that this in between was just I've never experienced before, of just like, do I just stay here? Like, I want to grow, but what's the next step? Like, I've always just had the next step already, like, in my lap. So this was like the first time where it's like I was applying to jobs like for 2 years. I think I've gotten like 10 interviews in the last 2 years, nothing. And so I was applying for jobs thinking that, okay, I'm just outgrowing this position, going to go to the next. Right. And it just didn't happen for me.
Right. And it works out that way.
And I was like, but then I, take this leap and no looking back, no plan B. And I found this ad on social media about joining this freelance space where you can like co-work together, keep each other accountable. They'll have like online events, they'll have in-person events. You can even like join their Slack channel if you have questions about like certain things with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that you can like have somebody help you troubleshoot, or if you have a question about your own clients and then kind of seeing how they run their clients, it's like you can collaborate on the way you run your businesses. And they can also get you business as well. But it's very exclusive. I think I went through 3 rounds of interviews because they just don't let anybody in.
That's good though.
And first one, I moved on. I met with them, moved on to the next step. Second, moved on to the third step. And then I got the confirmation that they were like, you've been accepted into this group. And I was like, just like that? Like, I've gone through like 4 rounds of interviews before and have been told no. All that time wasted and been told no.
You weren't supposed to be there.
And then this was like, so it was almost like I felt like I was just right where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But that's a testament to taking the time to reevaluate your situation. At every milestone, you build milestones in for yourself, or if you don't build them in, feel it when they come, because milestones are going to hit you in multiple parts of your life, and this won't be your first, and this won't be your last, or this will be your 1st, but this won't be your last. And sometimes it's heavy on your chest, and you feel it, and you don't acknowledge the milestone when it's here. And I'm telling you, you have to acknowledge that feeling and take a step back. Look at yourself from like a 5,000 foot view in the sky and just reevaluate. Is it worth being in the same miserable position for the rest of my career in the name of comfort? Or is it worth getting just a little uncomfy to now spread your wings and fly and take the next opportunity that comes at you? That's not a decision for me to make. That's not a decision for you to make. That's for Serena, or Royal You, everyone watching you.
Yeah.
That's for Serena to sit down with herself and make that personal decision for yourself. Yeah. You are not the only person going through this. Serena is not the only person going through this. In general, from a high level, this happens to everyone. It happened to me. It's happened to me about 3 times in my life so far. I'm about to be 37, and it's happened to me 3 times. I'm going through one right now. We'll get into that later. But what's different and unique for your situation is your specific entrepreneurship, your path that you got to get your job that you just cut down to part-time hours. That is specific to your journey, and you made the decision that is best for your particular journey. But in the case of like this milestone knocking at your door and your heart telling you, hey, let's reevaluate life and refocus and set up a different plan and go on a different path, that happens to everybody. That is the most normal thing. It's what you do with it that is going to make the biggest impact on your life. And when you come at a crossroads, you've got, and there's no wrong answer, but when you make that answer, when you come up with your solution and pick which fork in the road you want to go down, you got to live with that. You can't be like, dang, what if I did take that leap?
Yeah.
Because you didn't. And maybe that opportunity passed.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's not the time to be like, oh, dang, I should have. You can't do that. You made your choice. You made your bed. You got to sleep in
it. Right. That's why I'm like, there's no plan B. I don't want to think about plan B. This is a decision that I made, and now I have to live with it. If that statement ain't true right now, then I don't know what is. But yeah.
But I actually think Steve Harvey, I heard Steve Harvey say this. If you have a plan B, you won't put your 100% into plan A. That is the most risky decisions you can possibly make with your life. But high risk, a lot of the times, equals high reward.
Yeah. Yeah, so laser focused.
Yep. Full steam ahead. Yes!
Toot toot.
So proud of you. You're going places. But no, it happens to everybody. But yeah, so my question that I had was, like, now that you're really living life, you're past the first stage of young adulthood, and you're like transitioning, you're metamorphosizing into this
crazy,
like beautiful butterfly that's going to be soon. Your 30s are creeping up on you. Can you shut the Anyway, your 30s are creeping up on you whether you like it or not. What is something that as a child you like really wish you couldn't wait for, but now as an adult you're like, oh my god, maybe I don't want it so much. Maybe this isn't as fun as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, so I actually had this conversation with one of my coworkers, but now she's my best friend in life. And I was like, I cannot believe I sat in a classroom in elementary. It happened a lot in elementary school. I was like so naive to the world, as we are. And I said to myself, I cannot wait till I'm an adult so I can create my own life. I can go to work and I don't have to sit at this desk any longer. I said that. I said, I cannot wait.
School?
Yeah, I said elementary school or middle school. Sorry, yeah. Middle school. I said, I cannot wait till high school's done with and I enter college or whatever. I didn't think I was thinking about college. I don't think I was like the only child I felt like in the world that was just like, I don't know what college I want to go to. I don't really care about college. I just want to work. I said, I just want to do something with my life. I just like wanted to work. Yeah. Like it was like a dream of mine to get out of school and work.
Just work. Yeah.
And I couldn't wait. I thought it was going to be so much better than sitting in a classroom for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And now I was sitting in a cubicle with 1 hour lunch. starting work at 8, not being able to leave till 5. I said, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And now that I have lived it, I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh my god.
It is for some people. I will say it is for some people, but personally for me, I couldn't believe that I could not wait to get out of school and not go to school anymore because I thought it was the worst thing ever. And I didn't want to sit at a desk any longer. I wanted to be out in the world and just blossom into this butterfly of the type of person I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that version of myself was, I cannot wait to work. I don't know where it's going to be, but I can't wait to work and get up in the morning and not have to go to school, but go to work. Because I thought it was going to be different. I think I really thought it was going to be different.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought it was going to be. I really can't remember, but I just remember thinking like, wow, I can't wait for that moment in my life.
Right.
And now it's here and I'm like, I'd rather be at school for like 6 hours.
Yeah. So
doing nothing.
I don't like school and I don't like work. I just want to farm. Yeah. I want to go out there. I know that is work, but it's not like
but then
work
it's
for
like
a profit. Okay. It's like work because I'm hanging out with my best friends, my cows and my goats and my chickens. Yes, they were my best friends as a child, and I still want them to be my best friends. But it's like that leisurely, peaceful, nobody's around unless I want them to be. Because I do get social and I do like hosting parties. I do. But there's a balance, right?
Yeah.
So I never had that. I'm sorry that you did and that it wasn't everything that you wanted it to be. But
I couldn't believe it. Well, I am like, I guess that just shows the type of person that I was, and like thinking like I can't wait to work, not go back. Like school wasn't my thing.
Oh, school sucked.
I just like I couldn't retain any information. I was always in these plus class. Well, yeah, I was in these plus classes where you had to take it in order to go to the actual regular class because it's just like I couldn't take these standardized tests. I kept failing everything.
Yeah.
I just was not academically sound.
Yes. And I think you don't say that. I think you are. I think the entire school system only caters to one type of learning.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
You just did not learn that way. That's it. It's not that you were not.
It's just that's not how I retained information. So there are actually, which are pretty cool options. I don't know the name of them, but I have an educator client, which causes me to do a ton of research about the schooling system. There is a really, really cool academic program that kids can get. I'm sure you have to like test for it or whatever, but kids can join this school program. It's an actual school, but it's different. Like they don't have to work at their desks. They can work in like beanbag chairs. It's like Google, but for school.
Oh, nice.
And their curriculars are things that they're interested in or things that they might be interested in, but then they have their standard courses, but it's not taught in one way. It's taught based on how that child like gets tested in. Yeah. And like it's very personalized to that child. And of course they have like different programs and stuff within that, like with different age groups, but it's not regular school. And I'm kind of want to look it up.
Yeah.
But
is it?
I thought it was the coolest thing.
The first thing I think of is what the hell that costs for a parent. But
if it's not public school, it's not cheap.
Yeah, but that's an incredible concept and something that I wish I had for myself. Dom, I think, is good in academia the way it is structured. Issa, I think, is more like the two of us that needs that extra hands-on way of teaching or learning, whatever.
I want to look for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive.
Yeah,
and look for it later.
So I have a couple. I was thinking, I thought about this for a long time. I was like, dang, because it takes me a while to remember things. But like, all the things that I hate doing as an adult, that I was like, man, once I get the freedom to do this, I can't, like, I just can't wait to do it for myself. Cooking.
You know what? I love cooking, but I hate cooking when I'm tired, but I love cooking.
I want a personal chef. I want to make enough money not to retire, but to get a personal chef.
Yeah.
If I could never cook again, and I remember when I was little, I used to hate having the same rice and beans every day.
And you're like,
or like the same crap over and over again. And I'm like, now I know why.
That's so interesting.
Now I eat a damn ham and cheese sandwich every day for lunch because I don't want to cook. And it's cheap to get a loaf of bread, a pack of ham, and American Kraft Singles cheese.
Slap it together.
Slap that thing together and eat it. I'm surviving out here, folks. Surviving. Now I gotta cook for the kids. And they're like, why do we have to have this again? Just wait. Just wait. Can't wait. The other one...
It takes so much... I agree with you. It takes so much mental... Like, we have to eat to survive.
Yeah. It's the mental preparation to now go through your pantry and your fridge to see what's missing. To go through tons of recipes and see what you feel like eating during the week. Now to go through those recipes and go through the ingredients and find out what, like, build a grocery list. Now look for the sales at the grocery stores and figure out where to go to get your groceries, and then come back, bring them back, put them all away, and then when the time comes to actually cook, you don't want to.
Or it goes bad.
In record time. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. That yours was to cook. What's the second one?
Oh, actually owning pets.
You couldn't wait to own pets?
I couldn't wait to have... Like, owning pets is different than owning a farm, and I'll explain it in a second. Owning pets that are so dependent on you to the point where it's like a hassle to travel. You can't... Yeah.
Like, if she didn't have me, what would she do?
Right.
Pay somebody?
And even then...
She doesn't pay me.
Like, I have Mom, but I feel so guilty.
Yeah.
I feel guilty doing that. I feel guilty depending on someone else. Now, if it were, like, roles reverse, like, I found a group of friends that, like, I would also take care of their dogs.
Yeah.
And they take care of mine. But I'm the only one who apparently loves to travel.
No, like, my friends feel exactly that.
Yeah.
Like, my friend, like, I don't know if it's because we watched her dog or not, but she baked me a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And then this owner, my other friend, she's buying us dinner.
Yeah, because you feel like it's such a burden.
When it's not, though.
Yeah, but it's just a feeling. But
it's like kids.
Yes.
We can just give them back.
Oh my gosh, our really good friends just had their baby yesterday.
Oh, that's so cute. A boy or girl?
It's a girl. She got chunky cheeks. So
Aw.
I knew their due date was around this time, but I didn't like I hadn't heard from them in a while. And we went to their baby shower, and she was gorgeous, and she was so like just ready to go, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday I was like had this like I don't know how to explain it, this like pull in my chest, this feeling, and I was like, let me text her real quick. So I texted
Yeah.
her late last night, and I didn't hear anything back. I was like, maybe she's sleeping. I don't know.
She was
Having the damn baby. She was.
That's crazy.
And then this morning she texted me. She's like, sorry, I didn't know what she was talking about because she didn't like. It was like she felt that I knew and I felt that she knew, kind of thing. She was like, sorry, I didn't. It was rough last night and I didn't have my phone on me, but no, and that's it. And I was like, are you still pregnant? And she goes, no, I had the baby last night. I was like, oh, I had a feeling. I felt it. But it ended up being an emergency C-section. And the baby went to the NICU. But
yeah,
everything's good.
Is she okay?
She's okay. She's out of the NICU. I talked to, we're really good friends with both of them. They're from my previous career. And texted him. I was like, congrats, Dad! Like, all that stuff. He's like, yeah. Unfortunately, the baby's head was too big for her hoo-ha, so she couldn't push it out. I'm like, dude. That's not...
I mean... she got to save things down there, so
yeah,
good for him.
That's true. I was like, this is the best way to articulate that. Thank you. Smoking like a true bro. That's my bro right there. But I was like, okay. I'm glad everyone's safe though. But safe and healthy and happy. And the pictures, and she does have really big chunky cheeks. She is a big baby, but beautiful, and Mama's beautiful, and the pictures of her just holding her, you could tell that they're just in love. So that was really exciting news, and it's weird how mamas have that like intuition.
Yeah, your intuition is just on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You will have it.
I just have a woman's intuition at this point.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
You will have it.
Yeah.
It's something that you just, especially because you're so aware with yourself.
Yeah.
And you're in tune with your feelings.
That's crazy that you texted her and she's like, sorry,
it was a rough night, I didn't have my phone.
Of course.
I don't think anyone expected you to have your phone on you. If they did, shame on them.
Literally.
But, yeah. Wow. I was like, let me know. I'll go help you. Give you a day off and just take a shower whenever. But,
what's the difference between farm animals and domestic animals?
Oh yeah, so farm animals can graze as long as you have a pasture. They can graze, so you can go for a few days.
Oh well, yeah,
and they're good. You probably have to have like a neighbor watch out and make sure they don't get out or anything like that. But
if you leave,
but they farm animals. As long as you get the right ones, maybe not pigs, but the other ones can like survive on their own for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference.
I would have this. I mean, I don't know, but I would have this fear of like someone stealing my animals.
That's true.
Like,
well, yeah.
I don't know why.
Because movies.
I mean,
like
they're pretty big to steal, so yeah. Maybe because of that. I just like. I don't know. I just look at Grandpa's farm and I'm just like, does he count them every day?
You just know what animals you have.
And how many? At all times? I would just have this like irrational fear that somebody would steal my animals.
I don't know. I just like when I was there, I just got to know the animals. You just get to know them.
I would count them every day. All right.
Okay.
Chickens. There's that many chickens. Okay, nobody took my chickens.
Chickens is a little rough. Yeah, chickens, that's fair. But yeah, that's the difference.
I think it's so crazy that as children, as sweet, innocent children.
Sweet, innocent children.
We think, wow, I can't wait for this thing in adulthood.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the way you live it versus the way you think you're going to be better at it.
Right.
Like rice and beans every day.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't wait to cook my own meals because then I get to choose what I want to eat.
Yeah.
But not thinking about actually doing it, now you're sympathizing with the fact that, yeah, rice and beans were easy.
Who cares what it tastes like? Just eat it.
It was easy and it fed you.
Right.
So now you're like, kind of, oh.
Like, I get it.
Well, there's a lot of work into cooking.
Yeah.
That's why I had rice and beans.
Or like, even Christmas, as an adult, as a parent, I should say, more as a parent, the lengths you have to go through to make it magical.
Mm-hmm.
It is not magical anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a debate, though. Like, it could be... I think I don't know. I guess I won't know till I am in that position, but...
So the end result makes it worth it because the kids... You see the kids' magic in their eyes, but that's their magic. You're making it magical for them. Meanwhile, you're, like, just plopping on the couch, just watching, like, this... I'm so happy that you feel that way. Like, it's just so... And maybe I went overboard because I have this, like... Even with their birthdays, it's not a happy birthday, it's a birthday extravaganza for the kids. Like, so I put a lot on myself to host this incredible, memorable party for them so that every year it's memorable and they're like, I had the best birthdays when I was younger.
So then when they are older and adults, they celebrate... Yeah. You know,
so they
birthdays.
They celebrate other people, and they have that intention of like, you are so special. This is your day. I want to celebrate this person or these people on their days every year to make them feel special. That's what I'm trying to get through to them.
I think that's okay though. I mean, long term, right? Long term, it's gonna make a huge impact on them, but short term, it drains you.
And as a child, all that shit was done for you. So you just show up and see the magic.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Yeah, I can tell. I can see that. Like, I can't wait initially for the firstborn, right? First couple years, making that special, but then I can see at like
it gets lower
15 years old. Doing it for 15 years straight.
Yeah, I still try, but now they know I'm also teaching them about finances and budget, so reality is hitting them a little bit more, so they understand. But I still try to make them feel special.
Yeah.
Even with a budget, even on, like balling on a budget, bougie on a budget, I still teach them, hey, we can still have that same experience, except choosing cheaper items to do it with, or maybe picking a spot that already is like, for Dom, like in nature, next to a lake where the sun is setting and it's absolutely beautiful, so you don't need many decorations.
Yeah.
And the experience of going fishing and stuff like that. So experiences over things like that.
Things.
Free experiences. So they're learning.
Yeah.
And there's, like, to this day, he thinks that one last year is his most favorite birthday. So I'm like, okay, awesome. We'll do it again this year. But
you also have really wholesome kids, so that's not hard.
Yeah, they're really good kids.
Can you raise mine when I have them?
Oh my god. Yes, I will. I'm giving them back though.
That's gonna be me. That's another thing.
You know, look, don't say that, because when I tried to teach Annalise a lesson in the airport when she ran out of money and she couldn't buy smoothies with the rest of us because we saved our money, including Dom, and he bought his own smoothie, and she was crying. Who bailed her out?
I forgot about that.
Payback.
I forgot about that. I did not know that was a teaching moment.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. I literally couldn't. Like,
payback.
It's like as if you ripped my heart out and stomped on it.
Yeah, same. But I had to like compartmentalize.
I couldn't. I was like,
teaching her that lesson was greater than my heart getting stomped on.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I was so upset. I wasn't really upset, but I was like, ugh.
I did not know that was the teaching moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. And then I had to like teach her, like, I will never do that for you. That is your Titi Serena doing that for you. I cannot control what Titi Serena does, but I will not bail you out.
I also can't control what I do.
You.
it just happens. I didn't think twice. I remember like just be like,
yeah. No, she spent all of her money, and what did I do? Each time she spent her money, I was like, "Are you sure you want to spend your money on a neck pillow? Are you sure you want to spend all of it on a neck pillow when there are other things that we're gonna go buy?" And she's like, "Yep." Okay. Consequence. And what was her consequence? She got rewarded with a damn smoothie anyway. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you better not ever look at me that way, because I won't do it for you. I won't bail you out. And she's like, Titi Serena will. So yes, I will be there for your children the way you have been there for my children.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be so weird though. Like
you having kids?
Yeah. Because I think that's gonna be one of the things where it's like, I can't wait to have them, and then once I
have them.
Yeah.
No, I will say kids have been a struggle for sure, but it's never been a struggle so hard that I regret my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like cooking. I regret cooking every time.
I think this could be like a completely new episode, but the stereotypical, what are they called? Okay, let me look up the word first before I say it, because I don't want to be wrong.
That's what Google's there for anyway.
That's not the right word. Stigma?
Okay. Like a negative connotation with a negative...
Yeah, about like, oh, we're married, so we have to have kids.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The stereotype almost, but like the pressure about it.
Yeah.
I feel like
expectations already there. The societal expectation, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think I struggle with that.
But
I think I struggle a lot. This could be like a completely old episode, because another episode, because I'm realizing like I have a business owner, client / friend who has a lot of oh my god, we should end it because my brain is fried right now.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I want to finish this thought though, because it could be like our next episode.
Okay.
Potential. Jeez. She sees a lot of potential in me, right? She sees a lot of potential in almost everyone. So she mentions things like in passing where it's like to me I would be like, oh, I would never do that, or oh, I don't think I'm ready for that, or whatever. I have this negative internal monologue, but then anytime I say it, I always prove myself wrong. I would never own a business. I would never go full time. I've said those things. I would never hire an employee. I've said those things. And I've proved myself wrong, right? So I have a really hard time with people telling me my potential. Or I have a hard time with people just flat out saying like, oh, when you become a mom, it's like, will I become a mom? Like, physically, can I be, like, I don't know until I know. I have a really hard time with that, and I don't understand why. Like, psychologically, it does something to me.
We'll break this down in the next episode.
Yeah, like, it pisses me off.
Yeah, same.
So we should break that down and see.
We'll deep dive.
See what uncovers, what covers.
Yeah, sounds good. It was really good catching up with you today.
Yeah, it was so nice to yap.
Yeah, continue yapping. Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
10 years later.
10 years. Oh yeah, forgot that was a podcast name. I forgot a lot of things. I need to log into the Instagram. I need to figure out. Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been. So watch out for posts. We're back. We've taken our hiatus. We've got a good refresh, and we're back and ready to go. I'm off all of my meds. Like my energy is on fleek. Like
we're off our meds.
We're running full firing on all 4 cylinders now.
So bi-weekly? ?
For now, yes, bi-weekly. I like that.
Okay.
Ease back into it.
Yeah. Because
I've got, we can talk about it next episode. I'm in the middle of my milestone right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so next episode we're going to talk about your milestone, and we're going to talk about my psychological issues.
Hell yeah. All of them.
Okay. Can't wait. I got to write it down or else I'll forget.
Okay. Same.
All right. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.